A lot of times when someone is sitting beside us and they start to cry, it's very uncomfortable for us, right? Because what do you say, what do you do? You can't fix it. And what we tend to do is say, oh, don't cry. It'll all be okay. It'll all work out. God has it all in control. God knows what he's doing. You don't need to cry. Don't cry, don't cry. It'll be okay. But you know what? The Bible tells us weeping is okay. And that weeping may endure for a night, but joy will come in the morning. And that even Jesus wept. So when you're helping someone who lives with a chronic illness, and you're there to be an encourager, and if there are tears, it's okay. Let the tears fall. I remember visiting a girl in the hospital one day. I had no idea who she was. Someone who knew someone called and said, would you go visit her? She's 16. And I walked into the room and she burst into tears. And I just sat there and held her hand. And she came to the point where she said, you're the first person I've cried with. I've never forgotten those words. Because she was so concerned about all of her family sitting outside in the waiting room. She didn't want the doctors and nurses to think she was a weak 16-year-old. She hadn't let the tears flow, and she allowed them to flow in front of me, and I felt greatly honored to be there in her presence. When those tears fall, it's okay to just sit by the person and say, go ahead and cry. Go for it. God is collecting those tears, and I am here. And if you know someone needs a good cry, bring them a cute little hanky. Or if it's someone who you have a great relationship with and you want to pull a joke on him, instead of bringing them a hanky, pull out a hand towel or a beach towel and say, I brought something to soak up those tears. You know what? Tears are okay. And you know what? If we're going to cry, let's do it in style. Let's have a pretty hanky. So just a reminder that even though tears may make you feel uncomfortable because you feel like you need to do or say something that will make them go away, it's not always the case. If someone's willing to cry in front of you, that is one of the greatest gifts they can give you. They're trusting you to hold their precious tears and to hold their hand. You can find other tips like this in our book, Beyond Casseroles, 505 Ways to Encourage a Chronically Ill Friend, at beyondcasseroles.com.